Welcome, everyone. I want to really thank you. This is a very interesting and intriguing time. This is officially pre-launch for iLearningGlobal. And pre-launch is an interesting word. If you're not part of a direct selling industry or background, you may not understand the significance of that. But for us to have accomplished in the last 7 months what we have accomplished, from the vision of what this could be to pulling off our first website, is so exciting to us. And then to have you here in Southern California today and explain our vision, what we think this is going to be, we're very, very excited. I'm sitting with Tony, and Brian told me the same story not too long ago, but Tony said, I bought into this idea and concept months ago, but only yesterday did my schedule allow me to sit down and look at the website. And he said it blew me away. It's astounding. Brian called me one day and he just said, I'm just shocked. I'm looking at myself on the, can you imagine looking at yourself on full screen high definition? I don't want to even go there with me. But what we have here, and it starts with technology, is completely unique. And so we've got some really good speakers today that are going to tell you all of the fundamental things about being successful and how proud you're going to be an iLearningGlobal member. This is truly, maybe for some of us, the first time we can love what we do and love what we're going to become. Because it's a path to furthering our education, our knowledge, and our skills, as Brian said, but it's also a path of spillover to other parts of our life. To be better fathers, husbands, mothers, daughters, community members, and to learn the things that we just haven't been able to learn. It's been my experience in life that as we learn and we apply it, you can't keep us quiet. We become almost evangelical about wanting to spread things, but sometimes it's not the right product for us. I would have a difficult time, spreading some product that I didn't believe in 100%. This one we're watching, and I get to see the emails come in every single day about what people are saying about their experience in iLearningGlobal. So let me take you through the story just real briefly about how all this started. I was with a very up-and-coming speaker in Salt Lake City, and he said to me, I only have one question. This is the best idea I've ever seen. He runs a $300 million company. But why didn't somebody think of this or do this earlier? Well, let me explain that no one would have given their content, not Tony, Brian, no one, if it couldn't be protected. If it had to go onto a YouTube type player or a streaming video player, the world could see it. And that's dangerous too, because I can take Brian Tracy's words on YouTube and take 4 of his talks and actually change the content if I want to be malicious. And he can say something he's never said, and there's no control. And so to have something that first off is 100% controllable is really important. But we have something no one else has, and that is current, relevant information. As our speakers come in and we get a chance to meet them, they can reflect over 25 years of what they've been doing. What has changed with the economy? What's changed with technology? What's changed with the environment? What would I say differently today? What have I learned? And so this isn't just a site where somebody's saying, here's a bunch of tapes and videos from the past, let's throw them on there and try to make a business out of it. This is really about what you need to know today to be the best you can be. So here is my goal as the CEO of the company. We want to get you from where you're at to where you want to be faster, cheaper, and more effectively than you could get there on your own. And we understand that you could find these resources by going to a bunch of seminars, reading a bunch of books, and listening to tapes. You could get there. But I'm not sure that with the learning disorders that some of us have, that we're willing to do that. 10 minutes a day for me is a stretch. I want to tell you, for me to sit there, but I love it. And I love what it's doing in my life. My son is 16 years old. He's going out and he just listened to a Kevin Carroll presentation. So he's saying goodbye to his mom. This is Thursday morning going to school, and he says, Mama, before I leave, what's your want? What's your want to? She looked at him, she said, you got to have a want to every day, Mom. What's your want to? She says, I want to get you out of the house so you can get to school on time. Get going. He says, no, Mama, you have to have a want to. What's your want to? And she looked at him and she says, I'll work on it. He says, great, and he leaves. Now, a 16-year-old boy that has watched a video that suddenly understands he's got to have a want to every day and express it to himself and share it with others. I didn't raise that kid. That's not me. but iLearningGlobal is helping raise him. And he loves Kevin Carroll. He's fallen in love with Kevin Carroll. He asked for a book for his birthday from Kevin Carroll. And my son JD, had Kevin write some things in it. What will be different in his life 10 years from now? Can he be further ahead than he would be without that information? So this is bigger than just a business. This is an opportunity to be part of a community of like-minded people that see this going from where we are to where we want to be, globally. Now we're in a global world. You're going to hear today for the first time that we're able to take iLearningGlobal, after we've talked to our attorneys yesterday, to all but 6 countries instantaneously. So that's never been done before, because most of the time you have to register a product, reformulate, change the ingredients, get import licenses, deal with governments. You're going to be able, starting at the mid of this week, to start registering people in Singapore, Japan, Taiwan, France, Germany, Mexico. And we'll show you how that works, but what a wonderful opportunity that is this big pinball machine goes up and you start the ball and it hits Southern California, and they know somebody in New York, and they know somebody in Taipei, and they know somebody back in Mexico City, and they know somebody in Argentina, and it follows it, and you'll get paid in US dollars today, but within 6 months you'll get paid in the currency of that country on a pay card, and we believe we'll be the largest development, personal training, inspirational company in the world, but we have a business opportunity attached to it. We didn't have to go this way. We knew we had a billion-dollar company. The temptation might have been to follow the internet standard, to get our money and revenue through advertising. That's a pretty easy model. And people would just come and pay 50 or 60 or 70 or 90 bucks, and we would make the money. And I had visions of that. Me sitting on the front row of the Phoenix Suns game getting technicals, and the camera there, and yeah, that guy was an internet genius. But you know what? That helped me and a few other people. But I don't believe that's the most effective way to sell our business. I believe the most effective way is what my 16-year-old son did. And that's that he had to tell somebody what he had just learned. And it's what Tony just said, I just saw, for the first time. So you're going to hear over and over again today, if you're in this business and you're not watching, you're not opening up iLearningGlobal, you're really missing the heart and the soul and the core of the business. Discover the soul of our business, and it will be easier for you to grow and to teach others. Now, the other thing is the deficiency in our skills. Brian Tracy talks about people fear public speaking more than they fear dying. That's why I'm behind the podium, so you can't see my knees shake. But isn't it true? And isn't it true that in direct selling and other selling jobs, people are telling others, just go work harder, talk to more people, give more presentations. But so often, how to do it is missing. And we have the best people in the world, the experts that will teach you how to do that. Oh, and by the way, if you can't learn, that's okay, and you can just never get to be a great presenter, we'll have the best presenters in the world doing the presentations for you. So all you'll have to do is learn to invite them to watch the presentation. If you can't do that, we have counseling that we'll provide free. Guaranteed. We'll put you into a special group, the group I was in school. When I was in school, I was in that special group. I have the same background that Dennis Waitley had. It says on my report card, John talks too much. And then I made a career out of it. I didn't stop.